Pearl Oyster. Okay, so we can see a couple of flashes there. Okay, so possibly hoping for an icy blue. Oh, look at that. So there is a little bit of flesh there, but again, I'll clean it all up at the end. Now with this one, there's lots of pearls must be underneath. I can see a couple of peepers there, and on that side I can see an icy blue. Is that an icy blue? I'll double check, but a lighter blue just there. You said you were just hoping for an icy blue. Right, let's have a squidge. Good luck, my lovely. Oh. Okay, I don't believe there's any more in that one. So let me just count these up before we have a closer look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So what I'm just doing is I'm just cleaning up the shells quickly, and then I'm going to dry all of your pearls up for you, and I will go through each of the colours individually, so obviously you get to see all of the colours separately. And then, as before, if you would like me to measure them all, I'm very happy to do so. That there's just a piece of flesh. That's not a pearl. That's just rolling around as a piece of flesh. So yeah, if you would like me to measure them all, I'm very happy to do so. Or if you're happy for me to measure the largest and smallest, that's absolutely fine as well. So that's up to you, Katie. Just let me know. Okay, so I'll go through all of the colours, and yeah, then we can decide at the end which ones you'd like where. I will pop the darker pearls towards the top of the sand and the lighter pearls towards the bottom of the sand. Okay, so these pearls are on this side, so you shouldn't see those for now. I'm just going to zoom in on this side here, and then at the end we'll see them all together. Of course I can. Oh, bless him, he's to blame. No, we don't need to blame anyone. Honestly, that's why I give the option. It's because some people really do appreciate knowing the sizes, so that's absolutely fine. So what I'll do is I'm going to go through all of the colours, and then I will measure the pearls at the end like I would normally. Okay, so darker pearls at the start. We've got a darker gunmetal grey. You then have got a midnight blue. Now let me just readjust how I'm holding this. Oh, hang on. He definitely looked blue to me then. Oh, look, there it is. So it's more blue on this side than that side, I would say. But beautiful midnight blue. You've then got a forest green. So again, you can see that green coming through there. And a chocolate silver. A darker chocolate. I'm just going to move this out. We've got a piece of shell in the sand down there. There we go. Sorry. And a chocolate silver. We've got a second chocolate silver with a slight flash of purple just there. A silver chocolate, a lighter one than the first one that came out. And then again, another silver chocolate, very similar in colours there actually with those two. And then oh actually no, sorry, this one is a silver bells. A darker grape purple with a silver overtone. And then this one is silver with a slight purple overtone, so hopefully you can see the difference. So base silver with a slight purple overtone to him, so you can see the difference between the two. And then you also have a two-tonal lilac, which does look like he goes slightly pinkier there. So base lilac with that sort of almost pink flash. Can you see the difference there? It is lovely. So lilac and then pink. So that would be a pinkle. Lilac and a pinkle with that flash of pink. You have got a lighter icy blue, ever so slightly two-tonal with brighter and lighter areas. And then a, oh, I'm going to say that that's very, very, very close to being a Pepsi Blue. I think it's just a slight bit, actually no, I am going to say that that is a Pepsi Blue. So Pepsi Blue there. You've got a darker burgundy red, another burgundy red, and then a slightly lighter red. A watermelon, a coral, and then a pastel coral. A two-tonal honey gold. So you can see it's not, so the autumn peaches are more peachy. This is a honey gold and it's two-tonal with the darker shade of honey gold there and the lighter shade. So you've got both sort of halves almost. Gorgeous two-tonal honey gold. And then you've got a gold. So this one's more of a pastel, slightly more pastel gold. You've got a lemon yellow, a bridal white, and a candy floss pink. Okay, what do you think to all of those? I'm going to go through and measure them for you, and then we'll go through with all of the colours there and what you'd like to do. So I've already measured that half, so we'll measure this half there. So I'm just going to hold it still for just a second so you can just have a look at all of them together, and then I'll start measuring them for you. Okay, so top row then, the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the silvery chocolate with the flash of silver chocolate, sorry, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The silver chocolate on the end is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Your silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the silver chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. Sorry, I went too fast then. Yeah, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Then the last silver chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And your silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The purple with the silver overtones, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the silver with the purple overtone is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Two-tonal lilac and slightly pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Darker burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the second red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The lightest red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the lighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The honey gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the other gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So from the 25 pearl oyster pearls, the largest is a 7.5 and the smallest is a 6.5. Can you have the honey gold on the bee necklace? Of course you can. So the two-tonal honey gold on the bee necklace. I'm going to be taking them out of the sand once you choose which ones you'd like where. So then I can pop them on the order form. Okay.